history of the American West is a fabled collection of stories and events. And each one is a piece of the puzzle to how the West was won. This little piece of the West is in the Arizona territory of the late 1870s. The town of Tombstone has sprung up to the cry of silver, discovered recently in the nearby San Pedro Hills. Civilization is coming to the Badlands, but not to the satisfaction of the hard-working cowboy. Tombstone, Arizona, 1881, is a time of reckless abandon. Any man carries a gun. This ain't California, you can tell by the desert sun. And in Tombstone, Arizona, bona fide law is the barrel of a buntline gun. Virgil White and James Earp first arrived in Tombstone in December of '79, and at the time were not yet widely known as gunfighters. James, the oldest of the three, had a passive nature. But Wyatt and Virgil were dogs of a different litter. Rumored to have dabbled in various occupations on either side of the law, both were considerably experienced in the use of firearms. Virgil, as a deputy sheriff, was already sworn in as U.S. Marshal of the Arizona Territory before the Tombstone dust was fresh on his boots. And the Marshal Virgil wears a pistol right there out on his hip. But you better get quiet if Wyatt's talking, you might get pistol whipped. This ain't Philadelphia, sure as hell ain't New Orleans. And half a dozen dead men can tell you what the bona fide law, the barrel of a buntline means. If you're coming to town, don't be hanging around, making way too much noise. You better be starting to quiet down, or you might have to face Wyatt and the boys. In the fall of 1881, the miners and cowboys had their differences. But it was mainly those Earp brothers that had the town of Tombstone on its toes. Walking on eggshells, you might say, like a time bomb fixing to explode. And Lord knowed that Doc Holliday had a short fuse. Along the sun-baked boards of a temporary sidewalk on every side of the street, Billy Clanton and Tommy McLaurin standing fast on their feet. We're gonna make Holliday sorry for all those lies he said. Every Clanton and all the McLaurins, just to see Doc Holliday dead. We don't need no lawyers, we don't need no judge, 'cause here in Tombstone, Arizona, we got our own way to settle a grudge. On a blustery October afternoon in 1881, the townsfolk of Tombstone, Arizona, witnessed the most notorious shootout in the history of the West. In a vacant lot at the rear of the OK Corral, City Marshal Virgil Earp, joined by his brothers in Wyatt and Morgan, local gambler Doc Holliday, exchanged gunfire with 4 local cowboys, the Clanton and McLaurin brothers. 3 men hurled into eternity in the duration of a moment, read the headline in the following morning's edition of the Tombstone Epitaph, October 27th, 1881. These are times of cowboys and card sharps, vigilantes and renegade raids, showdowns, face-offs, and gunfights. It's the stuff of which history is made. This ain't California, you can tell by the Tombstone sun. And in Tombstone, Arizona, bona fide laws, the
That's lovely.
Now you got